All right, let me just make sure we are up and going. I think so. Let me, cool. Mm, mm. Now, let me see. I think. Hi, happy, what's today? Wednesday? No, Thursday. I'm just making sure everything gets like connected, and then we'll get to our working out funness. So just hang in there with me while I get things going. Okay, so that looks like that's good there. Let me get this hooked in. Mm. Mm. Okay. Don't know. Okay. All right. And then let's see. So that's going there. I want to got a good. All right. And then sorry, there's just a couple things getting connected, but hopefully y'all are having a good Thursday. I'm just connecting to different spots before we get rolling and getting nice and sweaty. I do hope you're having a good Thursday. Hopefully you're going to have a good workout with me. Hopefully we're going to get nice and sweaty together. That is the goal. Always. Okay. Cool. All right. So I think we're good there. I'm sure y'all will tell me if we're not. Okay, good. Streaming. Cool. Okay. All right. So, yeah. Y'all ready? Let me turn on my screen. That way I can let y'all know like where we are with like distance and resistance and all those fun things. Sometimes it takes a while for my bike to get turned on, but it should be good. All right. My bike is my bike is slowly getting turned on right now. I should be my first go-to. But either way, thanks for tuning in. Whether you're on Instagram or YouTube or a different site, I am Sweaty Faye. I'm here to sweat with you. And hopefully we can have a little bit of fun by working out and whatever it is that gets you motivated. I'm so like numbers driven sometimes that like right now, even though I'm biking, I wish it was like keeping track of my distance. Because it's like if I don't see it on here, then it's like it doesn't count. All right. Now, okay, that's going good. Let me check on a couple things again, especially while we're going. I can already feel my heart rate's increasing. It's about to get super sweaty on this one. Let me see if I can lift this up just a little bit. Try one more time. And I'm gonna be like, that's too high. But we're biking. We're on a bike. And the goal is to get sweaty. That's why I'm called Sweaty Faye. So welcome. All right, let's see. That's going. Let me check my sound. Unfortunately, sometimes my sound will switch. And yeah. I used to use a one of those like fancy microphones, and I just found that like they were just really hard to use. Like it just caused more technical issues. All right, output there. Let me make sure my input. See, I don't know why I keep switching. Okay, hopefully that's all right. And then let me check right here. Hi, Mr. Strong. Hi, Tony. Whew. I don't know about you, but I am definitely getting in the groove of this warm up. If you're on Instagram or YouTube, thanks for joining me. Someone asked, how long will I be writing today? We'll see. Like always, I feel like there's always like this like limited amount of time. But I think we should be aiming for at least an hour, right? You think y'all can hang with me for at least an hour? Yes, I think Tony just said that he can hang out with us. Whew. Nothing like getting in that groove at that warm up, right? All right, well, that's working. Thank you, Tony, for that motivation. Things just got a little bit more hot in here. I don't know why. I think like I'm like the temperature was like at 74. It's probably just because y'all are getting my blood and everything going. Which is the point, right? You have fun. I have fun. Hopefully I get some miles in. I'm definitely going to sweat. Maybe if your camera is really good, then you'd be able to tell that like I'm already having some sweat happening. So like maybe we should do like a little lead in. That way you can just see the beginning of the push through. Yes. Perfect. Janet's wondering from Instagram if there's a topic today. Well, could probably do my topic from yesterday. So yes, I do. In the meantime, In the meantime, I'm going to get warmed up with you and maybe try to get through that. But that's a good question, Tony. Does my workout attire affect my sweating? Yes. There are some that you can see more of my sweat than others. Sometimes my clothing is really important too, like whether it breathes or like holds on to it. For me, I'm gonna sweat no matter what. So yeah, also might be too much information, but depending on the lighting, which has been like this struggle of mine, can really capture it or not. Like right now, it's pretty bright. So it's gonna take me leaning in. Whew. It's a good time to take a little bit of a water break. And just make sure you can see what's going on. Well, thank you. Let's do a sound check again. Yeah, I definitely can feel myself warming up, which it's fun. It's fun to get in that groove. Whew. All right. Good. It is definitely starting to flow. Yeah. Whew. Oh, what else, Tony? This is it. This is what you got. Although I'm going to get to my part 2 if I can make it that far. I definitely do switch up. You can see different angles. That way you can see more of the technique and form that I'm using. But Creole, yes, it is. It is pouring down all my hard work. Let me do, I might regret this. Okay. All right. Yes, Creole, definitely. That is definitely the case right now. Whew, okay, can y'all see all that's happening there? How are you doing? Are you keeping up with the rhythm with me? Or are you just hanging out? If you've tuned in from Instagram and YouTube before, then you definitely know I don't mind a fun hangout. All right, so we're at 1.85 miles. We are getting nice and warmed up. I always say that one of the reasons why I like to live stream to my Instagram and YouTube, my workout, is just like the encouragement y'all can give me to keep going and pushing myself. It's just a lot more than me doing my own thing. Whew. Whew. Leon, yes, I just won't be able to hear, but I can definitely watch technique. Of course, I say, follow your own advice as well, but I will try to give you my best critique that I can. Whew. Whew. Oh, cool. I'm glad you were able to check that out, Tony. All right, let me check up on a couple things really quick. How are you doing out there, YouTube? Okay. Yeah, y'all hanging in there with me. That's good. Cool. Let's get some workout. Mm, mm. All right. Leon, no, not yet. Thanks, Tony. No, not yet. Once I get past the warm up when I'm streaming with YouTube and Instagram, then yes, it's possible. Definitely can change it up. Definitely get like have different angles. That way you could see like the full workout. It just depends. Maybe aiming for like 30 minutes. It just, yeah. I never having a set amount of time. Yeah. All right. Hi, Fuzzy. Thank you for that encouragement. Sometimes y'all's encouragement pushes me to go a little bit harder, which I appreciate that. Sometimes I get a little distracted. How are y'all doing? I am just breathing through it. Things are definitely feeling good. Things are rolling well. Let's see. Hi, Boss Jan. Hi, how are you? Thanks for tuning in. So the goal of these streams, first goal is to have fun. Second is to sweat and to drip and get wet and be okay with that because we're working out. Let's get some water. I'm gonna do a little bit of a lean in, but you can see what we're working with today. Actually, let's get another gulp of water in. All right, shall we continue? Let's go. You ever get pulled into a work meeting that you weren't expecting? That was me earlier today. You know, it's I don't know about you, but since I'll have like, okay, this is my day. And I'm excited because I'm like, okay, I'll have this today and I'll do all these things, X, Y, Z. And then you'll get that like text or message like, hey, so and so's asking for this, like, I don't know. Today was like it was like a graph. It's not really very, very cool. But and they're like, we're having a meeting on it. Do you think you can explain some of like the variables and blah 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 that you used? And I'm just like, not dressed in work attire, not like I do this like this is my fun hobby, you know, right? Like I had some plans to just maybe have a good fun workout. And so it's like, yeah, let me get that blazer and just button up the blazer and now talk to 8 people. And it might be funny, but like sometimes getting like caught off guard with work and like all of a sudden you have to present or do something, as much as it's like a little bit nerve-wracking, it's kind of nice because it just gets done. You know, you don't have to like fret or like think about it too much. It's just like off the cusp. So, and then it's done. And then you're like, okay, maybe I would have spent like an hour trying to prep for that, but there's like only so much that you can expect if it's needed quickly. Yeah. What about y'all? Is it like, do any of y'all prefer to like be like give a heads up? Like as much as I like to get things done, like how they get done quickly when someone's like, hey, I need this to like or do this. Thanks, Kriel. I see there. Yeah, the encouragement was like, oh, it's good. As much as I like that when I get asked to do something quickly and it gets it over like quickly and I don't have to prep for it, as much as like I like the non-prepping part as much, I still would like to be prepped. I would still like to spend that time to get ready. So, Creole. Thanks for warming up with me and getting in that groove. Shanty says, don't like either. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I'm kind of I think I even started off this like stream saying about like how I really like numbers. And so I'm gonna have to explain those numbers to like people. It's so different than just like playing with the numbers on my computer. Yeah, so Creole, good question. So since we're doing this live stream with Instagram and YouTube right now, the workout stays at a pretty basic, like a good warm up. I try not to, I mean, the goal for me is just to keep it at a good warm up, get my body moving and grooving. Even if that might be hard for a warm up, I do my best. Because the people who are like on Instagram or YouTube who use the videos or who are like working out with me right now, it's important to make sure I stay on task. But Misty, or no, hey Mikey. How are you? Yeah, I think so there was one time when I was working out with someone online. I had like I don't know, for some reason they wanted like sweatpants and sweatshirt, but I had like live stream and then I did that, like a workout after. And that was like, that was the time where I thought I might have had like a mini on the verge of a heat stroke. Yeah, because I got really nauseous, which made me like feel like, whoa, I need to like take a break. And then I started to get scared because it's like I think once you have a heat stroke, it gets easier and easier to have a heat stroke, which is like probably why my body's like, hey, sweaty Faye, we sweat. You sweat so you don't have a heat stroke. All right, I'm just checking up a couple things on YouTube. Cool, perfect. Sometimes it's good. I like y'all to see like all the stuff that's happening. And it gives me time to take a little bit of a breather too. Get my thoughts in order. All right, let's go. Yeah, it's all down. It's rolling. It's rolling down. Home alone. You know what? You should stick around because if I can get to the part 2 of the workout, you might really enjoy the different views and different things that I have going on with my workout bike. But yes, glad to help. Sometimes my workout just intensifies. Like my bike just makes it a little bit harder to push through. Isn't that right, Mr. Mormon? Thank you. Sometimes y'all really do encourage me to keep going and to keep my pace up. Sometimes I wonder how much. Just got to keep breathing through it. Whew. I can definitely feel that right now. Yeah, warm-up's going. Warm-up is happening. It's working. YouTube, there's a few of y'all on in the middle of the day. And when I say a few, it's a good, yeah. Hi, Kevin. Mormon. Thanks for hanging there with me. Oh, good. I'm glad you're getting warmed up with me as well. Are you getting like nice, a little bit wet? I'm like really wet, obviously. Sometimes y'all distract me and I don't even know where I am. All right. But okay, back on track. So the whole meeting thing this morning was not like my topic. My topic is this. It's really nice to try to stay on topic when your heart rate goes up and your bike pushes you a little bit harder. Sometimes I can't even make it through. Okay. So let's start with something. If you're accused of, let's say, what's the word I want to use? A skink. Or let's not even use that one. Let's say liar. Let's say you're accused of being a liar. Someone's like, you are a liar. And in that particular moment, let's say you were. You're like, man, you caught me. I'm lying. Thanks, Tony. And you say, okay, yeah, you're right. I was a liar, but I'm not a liar anymore. And they're like, well, let's say you've lied a few times. They're like, no, you are a liar. So the question and topic is, when is it that you become like, when would you say like you're not a liar? Because like in that instant, you could be like, I know I lied about X, Y, and Z, but I won't lie anymore going forward. So therefore, I'm not a liar. And some people would say, no, you lied. You're a liar. How long does that stick with you? How long does that like thing or descriptive word that did describe like real actions that you did do stay with you? Does it always stay because you're always capable of lying? Someone accuses you of being a skank, and you're like, yeah, okay, yeah, back then I was, like I am, but I'm not anymore. They're like, no, you are a skank. Are you still that? Can you still say you are? Even if you're like, I'm not that anymore. But then even if you think you're not, but you're capable of that, can you still be described that? That's kind of the question. Okay, that's a good one, Tony. Until the next moment of truth milestone, right? Like until it comes into question, you're like, I am being honest. And because you're not a liar anymore and you're being honest, then maybe you are a liar wouldn't work in that instance. Yeah, a major decision that needs truth. Yeah. Whew. How are you doing, YouTube? Oh yeah, there's a few of y'all. Someone says as long as if they did it and are capable of it, then you can always describe them as. Yeah, that's what someone else had said. And then someone else was like, well, can't we change? Can't you say no? Let's check up on her. Someone just said, I don't really care. I don't know. I'm in this whole like thing of trying to like, when people say things, it's like, take it for what it means. So that's more like even myself, like, don't assume people know what I'm talking about or my feelings. Like, I have to be, words matter. Yeah, I agree with that one, Tony. Yeah. I feel the same exact way. All right. might be a good time to check in on sound. I'm gonna get some more water. How are you hanging in there, Tony? You doing good? I think, yes. Let me see. Okay. Yes. Cool. All right, let me make sure. All right, let's get some water. I hope you can see how sweaty and wet this, like, what's happening here. Okay, let me see. All right, that's good. Just had to check up on. Oh. All right, perfect. Okay. I had to check in with y'all. All right. Someone asked Jonathan Esquire, if I'm seeing that correctly, in YouTube, said, okay, well, how many miles are you? All right, thank you for asking. We are at 6.32. I say we, that makes me feel better. We're in this together, right? We're doing this together. How about, are some of y'all keeping up? I always ask that, like, is your rhythm with me? Or are you double timing it? Or are you doing like really like methodical, long strides? Kind of have to like listen and fill it out with your body, right? What works for you? What gets you going? What gets you motivated? All the things. All right, YouTube, Instagram. I think we are going to be winding down soon. Hi, JJ. Bye, JJ. Warm-up's going, I think, pretty well. Oh, gosh. Thanks for hanging in there. That's funny. Someone said, what's your answer to your topic? I think it'd come down to what is like the law or spirit of the law. I think if you're having a conversation with somebody and you're like, I'm not a liar anymore, and they're like, you were a liar, then they're like, I would ask them if they're taking that literally. Hi, NJ. Yeah, let's work out. Very good. I like your technique. Yeah. I think your rhythm is a lot faster than mine, which, yeah. Whew. Yeah, it's really good. Appreciate that. can just like let me go through the motions and do the workout, and you just kind of maybe follow along. Yeah, it's definitely flowing down with me right now. But I'm glad to see you joining in with me on my workout and feeling really, hopefully feeling really good. Seems like it. But sorry, y'all, I got distracted a little bit for a moment. Someone wanted me to see or like workout technique, and I try to like take a pause to make sure I Mm. Chuckles. Chuckles 223 just reminded me. They're like, you said spirit of the law versus the law. Thank you, YouTube. Always keeping me focused. But we're gonna finish up this topic soon, or finishing it up. That way we can get to part 2 of the workout. Yeah, so if someone asks you, are you a liar? And you're like, well, it was a long time ago, but I've like made these moves and now I'm not. And I'm not lying right now. And they're like, well, you were a liar. I would say, are you saying that literally? Because if you're saying it literally, then sure. But spirit of the law, damn it. You know what I mean. Stop using semantics and stop being difficult. That's my answer, at least right now. YouTube, Instagram, let me know what you think. I hopefully y'all enjoyed the workout. Take a little bit of breather, but we're gonna go to part 2. I'm going to, there's different, some of you like to see the different angles. That way you can really have the full experience, which I think is important, right? But to do that, I'm gonna say bye. Bye Instagram, bye YouTube. Hopefully we can do like a stream again tomorrow and get warmed up together, but I'm warmed up, feeling good. So we're gonna continue this. So let me make sure I'm saying bye properly, but I'm Sweaty Faye. Thanks for tuning in.